say this, that it wasn't even him that was being toxic, it was me.
And then you cannot hold on your past.
No.
And then go for the future.
One of my friends said, she said, girl, we talking. I'm like, my life coach is great. I said, no, stop. Welcome back to how did we get here? I was about to say, here we go. But because I'm thinking about, we're about to go into this thing, which is it's kind of intense.
It is.
It's kind of it's been on our minds since our last episode. So it's a little bit of a high intense, I think, subject, because we just don't know. But the subject today is, I'm going to read it from my card, toxic or true love. How to tell the difference between unhealthy and healthy relationships.
My God. Before I get into this, I have to say, because the audience can't see all the red. You look amazing.
Thank you.
You look
Thank
beautiful.
Thank you. You do too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You look very happy.
I'm very happy.
Yes.
Yes. Little glam always makes you feel a little
more
spruced up.
It does.
But I have some more to go today. I'm not this glam always during the day. So
you are amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yes, I had to say that.
Thank you.
Yeah. But how are you feeling today?
Feeling good. Good. The last episode, we always talk about that, how it was perceived by others. It was interesting. One of my friends was saying she had been trying to figure out what the word was. But when she got out of it, how did she feel when her and her person broke up? And she's like, that's how I feel like I was like damaged goods. I was like, oh wow. So that kind of resonated with her. But yeah, it's just interesting how it hits people differently. Yeah. But how it's just such a common factor that people are not discussing when you leave these relationships.
Yeah. Yeah. It made me also realize that there's some language that we're learning on, what I'm learning on the podcast. Yeah. Like safety and security and leadership and trauma bond and all of these things that we've been talking about.
Calming your nervous system.
That I was feeling but didn't really have the words for it.
Right.
But it feels like we have a community going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the community is trying to now figure out, like you just said, that's profound. It's like, what were the words? Like I didn't really, and we always go back to episode 2. You didn't have the tools. Now you're like, oh, that's the word. Like I really was looking for it in my relationship. I really needed him to make me feel safe. Mm-hmm. And then now if I feel safe, I can just be more open and, communicative. But I didn't know that.
Yeah. I really feel like the podcast is really growing me up.
Yeah.
And I'll be ready for love when it comes.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it may be less doors. If you watch the last episode, it might not be 95.
It might be like 68.
It might be 68.
Okay.
It might be 68.
68. I'm getting there.
Yeah. And that's okay. Good to have doors.
Yeah. Clank, clank.
There you go.
He's gonna get in there.
We hope he is. Yeah. He's coming.
Yeah. We always say that every show.
He's coming.
He's
totally coming.
Yeah, he's coming.
We just don't know when. And we're not patiently counting down minutes. And he's just gonna show up. Might be in the grocery store. Yeah. Where do you don't go stalk her, y'all. Where do you frequent the most? I know school because your kids are in school, but church. Okay, so yes, he might be in church. And you also travel church.
I travel to
different churches. So, okay, all right.
Yeah,
he might pop up. Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He's coming. But also, I want to say it was episode 2. Just because we worship the same God, have same beliefs, doesn't necessarily mean that's your person.
Absolutely not.
But I know my person has a relationship with God.
Yeah,
for sure.
If nothing else, he's gonna have a relationship. Yes, if there's one characteristic that we're manifesting, is a clear-cut, concise relationship with God. That's all we're standing on. Nothing to height, visuals.
None of that.
We just know that this man has to have a healthy relationship.
Absolutely.
With God. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely
hands down.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Episode 5, toxic or true love. Yeah. I'm glad we're talking about this because sometimes we think lust is love or like is love. But like we want to get down to like what is love and what's toxic, because we talk about unhealthy relationships so much.
Right.
I think we have to talk about both of them, but I also think we have to talk about like true love.
Yeah. Ooh, true love, because that's a whole different that word. I don't know, because I think about love and like you love your person, you connect to your person, but like true love, what does that even mean? Like, is it you truly were supposed to be with this person? Like, I don't know what that actually means. That's a good question. I don't know.
I believe so.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe so.
True
We
love.
was talking about it yesterday,
Yeah.
and we was mentioning love. I don't think I ever experienced true love. I think I experienced versions of the love that they had for me, like at their
Ooh.
capacity.
Yeah.
So it
Ooh.
doesn't mean that their capacity is the love that I deserve or what God intended for me to have.
Right. Yes.
So when I went backside, of course I'm a researcher,
Yeah.
and I always put everything towards like the Bible and compare it. So 1 Corinthians 13 and 4 and 7 said, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs.
Ooh.
Love always protects, trusts, hopes, and preserves. So when I looked at my past, this was opposite.
Oh my God, the records are wrong. Just resonates with
That's
me.
the part.
Yeah, it's just we keeping tallies
Yeah.
of how many things you have done wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when I was married, it was just like the list is just.
Yeah.
But needless to say, the list was horrifically long, but it didn't change anything. I just had a list.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good. And I didn't have to write it down. It
No,
was here
all the time.
and in my heart.
Yeah, that was breaking. So
Yeah.
it just didn't even. But that's What is the word again? It said
No, it keeps no record of wrong.
no record of wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be love. Would you just you don't even right because if you're communicating, you don't have to keep a record of wrong because
Yeah.
you've already talked about it and you've already worked through it. Not that you don't remember it, but it's not such a thorn in your side. Whereas record of wrong is a thorn in your side
Yes.
that you just can't let go.
Yes.
Which is toxic.
Yes. And now that I keep saying 43, but now that I'm older, the love is patient. So it can't be rushed.
No.
Love cannot be rushed. It just has to make. And back then, remember, I got married fast because I was ready to like, come on, let's do it. But love is patient. And then
so slow.
It's so slow.
And a good slow.
Yeah. And it's intentional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Intentionality of just being calm and like waters in the ocean. Like, the water goes to the ocean and it comes back to the beach. It just flows. Like it's not. And I think so when we get into this like toxic and healthy love, I think that sometimes people see healthy love as boredom. Because it's not this whole like high intense, because if you have toxic, you're fighting. And you're to me when I was in a toxic relationship, not even my ex-husband, my last relationship, they say it's the example that I use is, and I just we've talked about it and we did a little research, it's like a slot machine. So you're constantly pulling, if you ever go to the casino, you're pulling the lever waiting to hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
But you still know that the next lever might not be the jackpot, but you still keep going. So with toxic relationships, you look at like, you're texting your person to see if they're going to text back and you're waiting to see. You're waiting for the phone to ring or you're popping up at their house. You're just trying to get, and you get a little bit of a push where they do text back. You're like, okay, I got it. He texts back and now I'm okay. And then you go on to the next thing. Well, is he going to text me later on? So it's constantly your mind is looking for this quick fix and it's looking for the chaos to like calm you because again, depending on how you were as a kid, how you were raised, in our situations, we dealt with chaos. A divorce. Yeah. My parents were divorced, but they were completely chaotic. So you look for that because that's your normal. Your normal is somebody walking out and coming back in 2 days from now. Your normal was the women coming in and cooking. Mm-hmm. So you just eliminated the fact that your parents maybe got into it or had a bad conversation. Like, oh no, it's fine now. So it's almost like you're feeling, it's like a slot machine you pull. Like today is okay, tomorrow. And then you also have the whole concept, which we've all said it, is that, well, today was a good day. Not my life is good with this person. Friday the 13th was actually a better day than Thursday the 12th. So I'm good with that. And then you go to the next day and it's a constant chaotic lack thereof calm. Like it's just, and we eat at it. We just keep it and it keeps us fed almost in a sense because you're constantly looking for it.
That's so good. It sounds like almost like a chemical being released. Or
dopamine.
Dopamine.
That's what it is.
It's like a drug. And when it's high and it's low, and then toxicity becomes normal to us. And some people think or relate, and I guess that's trauma, is if we fussing and arguing, like you into me, you invested into me. And we often make fun of it, like the breakup to make up because we like it.
And some people look for when you get them to return that, oh, I got him to come back. And that's good. But he went for a reason. And now you've pulled them back into something because they've decided today to be emotionally available and yesterday or last week they weren't. But you're just happy that they've come back. Because also the other part of toxicity is, as people, women or men, when you put the effort into it, you want the return. So like, I've called you, I've talked to you, I cooked for you, I slept with you, I did this, and they're just like, you know. And so finally, when you do the next thing, which is, I don't know, bring a lunch, they go, okay, cool. You're like, oh, got him. Like, you're looking for the return to you of your effort. And even though it's not even a healthy return, you're just satisfied because woman or man has said, okay, today it's good for you to talk to me. And it's just a constant slot machine. It's just kind of just keep pulling the lever.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
As you're speaking about this, because I guess we have to talk about unhealthy before we get to the healthy love. But I now that you're speaking about it, if I'm honest, in real time, it's been a long time since I've been in a relationship, because I can't even think about that part, because it was unemotional, like it was unavailable. And so of course I was on the assignment, so I'm figuring the assignment, and he's gone, like, physically. So it's been a while since I actually been in a relationship, even because I used to always be like, if he came back in the ring, we can fight.
Right.
He had been stepped out the ring for years, so I can't even recall having those conversations like that. I can't remember fussing and arguing, because it was just.
So it was, it wasn't even like a. Right. So it wasn't even a chance to have I hate to say battle, but let's go with that, because we're so far apart.
We're so far apart.
And it's like, we're not, and you're so far apart. We're like, we don't even need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, we're just, it's whatever.
I can't think of the last makeup to break up, or let's do the lunch, or let me get him something so he can reel back in. It was.
I remember my ex-husband and I, this was like, couldn't be 2014. So it has to be, because my kids were younger, maybe like 2012. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was just like, trying to figure it out, like, what are we going to do, and begging, literally. Mm-hmm. And I remember we went to dinner at Zia's in Harahan, and I remember sitting there, and he was just, you talk to people, they're just so like ghost face, like just gone.
Yes.
And you're just like, this is just, and you're just trying, and I'm like, what can we do? What can we do better? And he was just like, so, and I, like you say, just gone.
They're gone.
And that was before we even got to 2014. I don't even remember, because it's like a blur. But I remember sitting there just saying, like, I don't even, and this is why I knew he was even cheating.
Yeah.
And the kid, I'm like, I don't even know what to even do to connect to you. Like, I don't even know. And I don't know what I did to lose you.
Yeah.
I know I can think of things now that I could have done differently. But when I was in it, I don't even, and I think when it becomes so toxic, mm-hmm. and they get so, because I believe cheating also brings on their disgust for you.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. I can relate to it.
So, right. So you don't even, so all the sexy lingerie, let's go with that, or the best meal cooked, or tickets to a Saints game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they're already gone. So you just, and the toxicity is like, and I tell people, because people said to me, well, why did you stay? I said, toxicity became normalcy. Yeah. I was used to the fighting. I was used to the distance. And again, I had a really good life. Mm-hmm. So I was willing to settle for the life with my girls, but okay with him doing whatever he was doing. And, but I always think about that. Like, it's just, the disgust is just, and they're disgusted.
And it's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
And naturally, as humans, you want to pull.
Yeah.
And but once they get there, it's nothing.
No.
And some people even when I speak to women who's in similar situations, like, their husbands are extremely mean to them. I just feel like you can't do two at the same time.
Right.
So somebody has to suffer. It's almost like you can't serve two masters at one time.
Right.
So if I'm feeding my flesh, I have to go against what's right, which is the wife.
Yeah.
And then if I want to do what I have to do, I have to be mad at somebody or unhappy with somebody. So I'm happy in this situation. Mm-hmm. So they please themselves first, right. And then the other person. So I have to be ugly to you.
Right. Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again on here. I felt like when I got out of it, I was the side chick. I wasn't even the wife.
Oh, wow. Explain.
Because she got him 24, like, she had him the whole week.
Oh, wow.
I only had him, and then when he was home, he was aggravated, mm-hmm. disgusted, distant, all the things. So it's like, and I say side chick, and side chicks, majority of them get the best of it. But I felt like when I really started thinking about it, I was like, we're just doing stuff, maybe a Saturday, but this person has you for 5 days. That's a wife. You're living in a home, you're raising kids, I can have any kind of Wonderland scenario, but still, that's what I really felt like. And so I had to really realize that, I was still married to him, but then you go back to single and married. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So in the side chick thing, when I said it to my ex, he was offended. I was like, but think about it, like, take yourself out and think about how it sounds.
Yeah.
Like when you think about being married to someone, you're home 5 days a week raising kids. You're not home 5 days a week. You're with another person, and you're here sporadically, and then you're here, you're running around the freaking city. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was a really hard thing to really swallow, because it was like, yeah, like I wasn't being a wife. I was just being a person that was in the same house if you happen to have kids. That's what it felt like towards the end.
Oh,
you know?
Now that you said, I remember, so I have to go back to episode 1 when I had mentioned that he came inside.
Yeah.
And when he came back inside and I had said the prayer, and then he walks in the door.
Yeah.
Well, the ending of that story is he left that day. He had to leave that day. But I remember even when I said, you got to go today.
Right now,
ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember married people like, you can't kick your husband out.
Who?
Yeah, he got to go today.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
And so I remember, like, I remember him coming back at some point, because now I'm like, well, maybe I wasn't supposed to kick him out. And, you know, you go back and forth in your faith and things like that. And I remember he came in like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was almost time to go to work. And he had like this grin on him, as if it was like some kind of joy or something.
Yeah.
That's when I realized it's more than just a physical. This is a spiritual thing that's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
And they don't realize like the soul ties that go into it, and all of these things and trauma bond that you now have connected with this person, and all the things that came up after that. But I do remember once I said he had to leave and he was completely gone, I remember being still married at home. And I think I said it on a podcast, or at least to a group of friends. I will push back in my bed just so that I could feel held or connected.
Oh my God.
I will cry and be like, wow, God, how can this woman have my husband? How can I be at home and he's laying in the bed with her? Like, I didn't understand it. And I remember praying that God would take the taste out of his mouth for her. And eventually he did, and the assignment and all of those kind of things that I went through. But I remember tossing and turning in that bed and being broken. Now, what I did have enough respect for is I never went to his home. I never went to his home. I never tried to fight it. But spiritually, I would go through battles.
Oh, struggle.
Battles. Like for months, and I would fast and I would pray. I would fast and pray. It was so funny. One time, I think I fast so much that I had told the kids, "That's fast," and it was like, "It's nothing changing." So let me go eat.
We gonna eat some food.
We gonna eat. Ain't nothing changed.
Ain't nothing changed. Still bad. Eat the chicken.
Eat the chicken and the candy. And then I realized I'm on this assignment.
Yes.
But what it taught my kids was how a wife war in the spirit for her husband.
Yeah.
And it showed my son, and I mean, I'm tossing and turning.
Oh, girl.
And I just let those nights pass until it got better and better and better. See, now I sleep like a baby.
Girl.
I sleep like a baby, but I can relate to you when you mean it's somebody else that has
all your time. I mean, I was thinking about when my ex-husband's mom died, and I was all stressed out before I knew he was in this situation, and I was dying because her and I had a relationship, and like I said, we technically were together 26 years because we were dated and we got married. And I remember my heart ached. But then when I realized he was sleeping next to someone who he probably was pillow talking to all his grief, I was like, again, what do you do with that?
Yeah.
So it's just, so that was a hard thing to really swallow. I started thinking about, were they at the funeral? Were there all these things? I didn't know.
Wow.
So you start you trace back to all these different things, like when you were gone. And again, all I think about is all the times I questioned it, it became so normal. Like I just swallowed it.
Oh.
Like I was like, oh, well, that's it. But it's okay. Oh, it's this. And that goes back from my mom and my dad. And I know that's what it comes from, was that my mom was just like, oh, it's okay. I'm still this person's wife in my life. And I was like, and that's just, and people are doing it right now. It's just like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. The kids are here. Oh, it's okay. We went on this trip. And it's like, no, it's not okay. Like you're literally internally dying.
Yeah.
Like a slow death. And like you say, when you get out of it, then you're trying to regroup and rebirth yourself.
Yeah.
Because the toxicity really has just eaten you up, and you're just trying to figure out, now, how do I get to be in a more healthier place? Because all I know is this.
All I know is some women look at it as competition. So even though I'm only getting 25% of him or 3% of him, you're not going to win. So then the women start fighting and they start settling for this man who's probably having somebody else in third and fourth person. Yeah.
Yeah, like just no.
Beyonce is still even still to this day. I watched the video with her with resentment with the white on.
Yeah.
And when I saw her in the eyes, I knew that she had experienced that.
Yeah.
But she says this one line that even today, if I hear it, I'm like, oh, I get chills. She says, "How did you give somebody half of me that's not even half of me?"
Woo, yes, Lord.
I'm gonna say it again.
Say it again, girl.
How can you give somebody half of me that's not even half of me?
There you go.
Woo! I'm gonna let that sit there and marinate. Let that cook.
It's real. And we're not using the example of comparison.
Yeah.
But the question is, because whenever you met this person, we had all of this over here. We had all this history, we had all this of our relationship, our marriage, quote unquote friendship. And it's like, how did that even happen? Like, how did you get there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just literally jumped the fence and just kept on freaking going.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and at the end of the day, I could have easily have jumped fences too. You know, and let's just be clear. But I felt that my relationship with you was more important. And that's what it is. It's all about where you place this person at. Again, in your, higher thinking. And it's like, and I believe my ex-husband was like, she ain't going nowhere. I know that's what he thought. Exactly. She ain't going nowhere, girl. She's totally fine. And he even told me that when I was going through divorce. Oh, we'll just get past it. I said, yeah, no, can't get past the kid. Sorry. There's no.
There's no way around it.
No. But that's what they believe, I think, because they create these, a lifestyle. And even for yourself, you create a lifestyle for your family. You're like, we'll figure it out. Like, I mean, the money and the kids and him. And then you get to the point where you're like, no.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing is no, because again, this toxic relationship has become normal.
Yeah.
Because you were married how long? It's normal.
It's normal.
So why fight it?
Right. And then also to go back to what you were saying is, you also know what you bring, even in our worst or our brokenness. Yes. You know what you offer. So she was feeding you a meal that fed you for a day, but I was covering your soul that covers you beyond life.
Amen.
And so the things that you were asking for, I could have worked on it. I could have been, but it was like you were settling for cheeseburger when you had steak.
There you go.
But then also the enemy allow you, if you look at that person, it gotta be better. Like the grass is green on the outside. Yeah. But then you realize when you go over there, that's turf.
Right.
That's not even grass.
And what you say is true, because my thing is, I'm not saying that I was perfect, because no one is perfect.
Yeah.
But what I am gonna say is that you never said to me what you wanted.
Ooh.
So I don't even give it an opportunity to even try to figure it out. So regardless of what I wasn't doing, could have done, and when before you met this person, you were questioning me. You were wondering about me. You weren't happy with Naya. You weren't happy as me as a wife. You weren't happy how I was treating you as your wife. But you never said that.
Yes.
Instead, you said, I'm going to settle and keep this wife.
Right.
And I'm going to go find somebody that can give me X, Y, Z. So that was always my thing.
So it's selfishness.
It's selfishness. It's not me. There's no conversation had. And the toxicity of the relationship makes the person, I believe, decide, it ain't even worth it. Because I know this ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And we fought like cats and dogs, but next day we're fine, or next month we're fine, or next year we've been good, or we did this. But that's always my thing. People say about people hopping the fence. I was like, yeah, you hopped. But before you got over the fence, you never even said you were going over the fence.
Tell me
you're about to go. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I wanted.
Before we even get to how we got here. So it's always that thing of like, your toxicity becomes normalcy. My toxicity becomes normalcy until someone says, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm just not, I'm good on this roller coaster of toxic.
I love that you said that. That is exactly, I wanted that conversation.
You did.
And I want to say, and the reason why I'm strongly saying that I needed that conversation, because the year number 8, when we got married, I was out of love. Yeah. I remember driving my truck around in the parking lot, and I was like, this is it. This is it. I'm going home.
Done.
I'm done. I'm numb. Yeah. I don't even want to come here anymore. So I felt it first, and I had to share that with him recently. I was like, I was there first. And I remember coming home.
I was there first.
Yeah. That's what hurts the most, because I was there. So I understand it.
Yeah.
So then I came home, and he felt it, but he never said anything, but I knew it. So I came home. I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was like, yeah, this is it. I can't, and I didn't have the language, but it was resentment. It was silent resentment. I got tired of being the leader. I got tired of being the man. So I came home and I looked at him, And I could see that he knew what I was about to say.
Oh yeah, it's about to go down.
It's about to go down. And then I was so numb that it wasn't emotional. It was like, we need to sit down and talk. It was very
surface. Like, yes. I'm just not even gonna give you any emotion. I don't have it.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
And I sat across from him, and his face looked like, "Don't do it to me.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
I could see,
don't end this.
Don't end
even
this.
though I'm already gone. But literally don't
do it.
Because keep in mind, toxicity is normalcy.
Yes.
So if I take you out the picture, then what do I do?
Yes.
Because you're supposed to still be here.
You're supposed to still be here.
Continue.
And so I could see his eyes wandering just a little bit, and the little bit in me. Ooh.
I know, girl.
Whew. The little bit that I had in me saw the friend in him. So I said, don't do it to your friend. Oh. Don't do it to your friend. Whew. And that little bit I had, I said, Ebony, if you build on it,
oh, girl,
you can get back what you had. And so for a year, I spent without telling him, let me fall back in love with him. That's why I say love is patient, is intentional. So for a year, I planned a vow renewal.
Oh my God.
I got all my girlfriends. I got rid of the way I was thinking. I was intentional.
Girl, you were fighting the fight.
I was fighting.
You fought for it.
I fought for it.
You did.
I fought for it. And I rebuilt it for a year. I planned my vow because I had to rededicate myself back to him. And in 2010, so our 10th year, I mean, we had a big extravagant wedding, bigger than our original wedding. And I married him again.
Wow.
And so when he did it to me, I just wanted the conversation that I gave to you. You didn't give it to me. So that hurted me that you didn't say, dog, child, I'm going over the fence. Because I had came home to tell you,
yeah,
I'm done.
I'm out of here.
But your eyes wouldn't allow me to close the door. And that little 3%, looking at my friend, I denied myself.
There it is.
My flesh. And this is the thing that people, I always have to say this. They think it's just men that get these opportunities. They think it's just men that get hit on. No, women have flesh too.
Yeah.
They have flesh too, and they have opportunities to go.
I know women that are cheating currently.
Okay.
In marriages. Let me just say that.
And then the thing about it is, see, men settle for.
Yeah.
See, if a woman go.
Oh, yeah, they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
And they're going to go get better.
Yeah.
So it's not like
they need the man to be better, because I got to define this so everybody finds out. Y'all don't care.
Yeah,
we care. We're like, oh, no. Now he's, no.
So to deny your flesh.
Yeah, girl, that's deep.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the part that people don't talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, girl, don't be sorry. No, I got welled up. Because I get it. It's the part that you're just like, girl, I can't even. It makes me want to cry because I can't even imagine being that close to it.
I was ready,
and I didn't. So my 2014 is nowhere near that. I didn't get close to a conversation when I just talked to some friends and my dad. But I can't imagine. And I think for me, I probably would have been across the table thinking about my girls and just saying, I'm about to just blow this up, and I just can't do this to Kendall. Like. And Lainey, I always say, was young, but like that's how I would have felt. If I'd have finally got the courage to sit there and sit down, I'd have looked at him and been like, she's just not going to be in a good place. And I probably would have just fell back. So I get it. It's because again, at the end of the day, you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, and then like you say, your friend, I think him and I fell out of friendship way before 2014.
Yeah.
But when you say friendship, that's such a, because you think about your girlfriends, and you wouldn't want to break their heart like that. And you're like, oh, girl, I can't tell you that. So that's just, but then to go on and do a renewal, and the renewal was how long apart was the renewal and the divorce?
So we got divorced in 25, and the renewal was in 10, so 15 more years.
Wow.
And when I tell you, Naya, when I renewed them vows and I did it, I meant it.
Yeah.
I gave it all.
Yeah.
So it was year number 8 that I wanted to leave. Year number 9, I planned. Year number 10, vow renewal.
Right.
So I was focused. I was.
And let me say this to you. I want you to really. I think what gets for you. Whenever I hear you talk, I think you get really fixed on the fact that you guilt yourself into saying you were so committed to making your life better.
Yeah.
And that's when you have to let that go.
Yeah.
Because it comes from a place of where you grew up with your mom and her having to reinvent. but you have to let that go at some point, because it's like, because you're still hustling. And it's still going to come up again where you got a question: are you going to go to dinner or go finish this contract?
Yeah,
but it's never going to change. That's never going to be. So you have to just find a happy medium of when you meet your next person. That they are going to understand that. Look, I hustle.
It's in me.
It's in me, and I don't want to be beat down for that. I was, because it seems like when you were in it, and I get it. You were like, I'm gonna put this on the side. I'm gonna put him first. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna put him. Like, you put him first. You go for 15 years. My God in heaven.
But 15 years.
Yeah, that's serious. And knowing that so early in it, and again, you went into it with like you were just, but you still tried to stay.
And I still have to, I'm glad you brought that up. That's something that I still work on.
Yeah.
That I'm still, because I still feel like, even with my kids, remember my kids were saying, we didn't know who you were.
Right.
So I have, even though I took the building and, and came home and worked from home, and then I can cook, and then I can clean, and I can do this, and I can still be, and I can be all these different things.
Right.
I'm really cheating my dreams because I want to go back to my building. Last year, I got to the place, found the building, met with the man, was about to sign the paper, and said, I can't do it. So there's still some
that's
PTSD of if I leave the house.
And that's why I keep hearing you say in this episode 5, because I'm like, let me say it to you. It's okay to put yourself first. It is okay to put your business first. Your kids are grown enough to understand that mama wants to go do this.
Yeah.
I won't make, you'll still go to school. You'll still get picked up. My youngest, she'll still go to 2 proms. All the things will happen. But you have to make sure that you're okay. I always go back to when I was going through my divorce with my oldest. And I literally said to her, you are going to grow up. And I do not want to be in a position where I did not take care of Naya.
Yeah.
Mama is going to be your mama forever. Yeah. But who I am needs to be fixed right now.
Yes.
This cannot be. So for you, I say to you, who you are as Ebony, who gets out here and gets it done and gets it out the mud and builds pyramids.
Yeah.
Go get the building.
That's so good. Yeah. That's confirmation.
Yes.
And then it's not even, and I really thought, because even after we did the episode, I was like, Ebony, what was it? Was it the money? It's not the money.
It's not.
It's not even a chase. I love what I do.
Yes.
I love that if a client can come to me that's actually become a friend or a family, that they give me something, because I'm a birth. I'm a natural birther.
A creator. Yes.
You give me an idea, I'm going to birth it.
Yes.
Even if I'm in a relationship.
Yes.
So my husband has an idea. He may say,
you're going to push it. But we want you to know you're going to push it calmly and slowly.
We're going to breathe.
We're going to breathe it out.
We're going to check in with the dude. So I naturally give me something. So, and I notice even with my friends, if they call me and have something, I'm on it.
I had to fix that.
In my business, my gift make room for me, so I'm able to get paid for it. But it's the same thing in friendships and relationships.
Gotta slow down.
Yeah,
gotta slow down. And you have to, but it's good you said that, because your PTSD is like, wait, I don't know if I should do that or not. This might affect this person. This might affect my mom. Might affect my kid. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, but who it's gonna affect is, you just said it a year later, going, girl, I was this close.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no. Yeah. And now I'm like, no. Like, I know my business was built out of an accidental, but it has built because we as a group have pushed it forward. And your girls might see you and say, hey, mom, what exactly do you do? And can I help you with this?
Yeah.
You get the building, like, we'll come and clean up on whatever. Yeah. You don't know. And you're actually postponing something.
And they want me to they was like, I think it's time.
Girl, there you go.
They're like, I'm tired of being quiet while you meet with clients.
Yeah, girl.
I'm tired of the people.
Selfish little brats.
Yes. They're like, it's time for you to get a building. They actually went with me and was like, yeah, I think this is it.
Oh, wow.
Got there and said, I cannot sign it. And the man even went down. Yeah. And I know that God has given it back to me. He did tell me that I was going to get my building
You're
back.
going to get it back.
I'm going to get it back.
In this moment, we're going to claim you get it back.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to get it back, because you need it to sustain your next step.
That's so good.
Yeah, you do. And you don't even know, but because I've literally heard you say it so many times, and I'm like, no, you're the PTSD. Girl, push that to the side. Go get the building. I tell people all the time. I said it at my 50th birthday party. I was like, look, I don't know what anything looks like, so I'm just jumping off the hill. Like, because I did it with a divorce, and here we are, and it's been great.
Yes.
So with this business, we're going to figure it out and push it forward. Like, that's just it. And hopefully it hits correctly. And if not, we'll rebuild it.
That's right.
But for you are like, you're this close to where you should be. And like a perfect example is, why don't you have a building?
Yeah. And I before we got here, I was down the street and I saw a building. And I was like, and I passed the same building every.
It's literally confirmation.
It's confirmation.
So we're
gonna look.
We're gonna go look.
I'm going back.
But we got track a little bit.
Yes,
but what it goes back to is toxicity. Also, the relationship you're in with a person and friendships can change where you want your mindset to go. That's why they say your crew has to be doing the same things. Oh yeah, y'all got to be in the same mesh that we're all doing the same things. I'll make you laugh. My girlfriend who does my makeup, when we were doing the first episode, and I'm just gonna say it, she was like, "Oh no, we're not gonna be on there promoting this episode, or you're not gonna be glammed up." Absolutely not. So I was like, I told her, she's like, "Oh no, we need to do," and she takes the time out every time we film. She rearranges her schedule to make sure that I'm just as pretty as I am now.
And you are.
And thank you. So we appreciate her. So, but that's why your crew and your partners have to be like, go do your thing. I will be here when you get back.
That's good.
Go do your hustle. Duly noted, and we'll rewind this back or watch this movie or have this dinner when you return. And you have to have, because when you were, like you say, the reason why you got rid of the building was because your partner wasn't supportive.
And so they pull you back.
And they pull you back like a yo-yo. You're just keeping, and then they throw you back out.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, and then you get back in, and then your business is slowly not failing but changing, and your mindset is changing.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to get out of the toxic relationship to get into a healthier relationship.
And that's why it's important for you and your partner both to have something going on as individuals, and then y'all get back together.
Absolutely.
Because he may also, may have said, look, I have this going on. And then now, you have this going on. Then our work hours are the same. And let's meet back up at the house and at this, at this time.
Right. But that's important. But you're going to let that go.
I gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go today.
I receive it. This is confirmation.
Go build your stuff, girl.
Build it.
Go build it.
Build it. Which goes into our topic with the trauma bond.
Yeah.
You feeling the need of feeling needed, and I have, and to go back is to what I have. I had to write this down.
Yeah.
So your best may not be the best for me, or what but God wants better for me, and so what happens is when they have that capacity, I shrink into what you need instead of what God calls me to be.
Right.
So then, kind of like we mentioned yesterday, I'm showing up as a canned cold drink when I'm a whole 2 liter.
Yeah.
And I'm accepting that all you have to give me is your 12-ounce drink. But then when you realize that you could give them grace, but I got to put this love down, baby.
Yeah.
Because I have so much more to do.
And you're not it.
And you're not it.
You're not it. And I'm not going to, and I tell people, I don't want you to settle for me.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I want you to be 10 toes down, concrete on this is who I'm going to be with.
Yes.
Screaming to everybody knows you.
Yes.
This is who, like, I don't want you to be kind of like, well, today's, no, I want you to know every day when you get up, you happy that I'm your person. Like,
exactly.
There's no so a 2 liter, you really need to have a bottle of champagne because I need you to know this is where you want to be.
Exactly.
So,
and then that right person, I had to think about it on the other side. That right person for you will help you grow into become that.
Yes.
But because we're mismatched,
it's never going to work.
It's never going to work. And people stay into this mismatch forever
life.
Because at least I have a 12-ounce drink.
Girl.
Now, some people don't have nothing to drink. But once you, and it's so important that you grow with your partner, so y'all grow together.
And what people don't understand is that because you're used to because chaos can feel so calm because you're so accustomed to when you get into healthy seems like boredom. Because you're just like, we ain't really, we went to dinner and we went here and, he called me last night, he called me and you're like, it's just like, monotonous, but it's not because you're so accustomed to, I hate hell that it's just like, and that feels normal. The lack thereof phone calls, the no return text messages, the no planning, the no intentionality. You're so accustomed to that. So when you get it, you're just like, well, this is impossible because I've never had this before. Yeah. So I know this ain't right. I know that this works over here, but this can't be where I'm supposed to be, where it's calm.
Yeah.
And we're actually happy in calm.
Happy and calm.
Happy and calm. You're just like, how does that make sense? But it does. And if you have the whole, what does they call it? Just when you're looking for the next fix, which is the drama.
Yeah.
That once you let that go, when you realize that the calm is your next fix, but your mind is so accustomed to I always use this example. My ex-boyfriend, I used to fight with my ex. He just, and in my, if he watches this, my ex was very calm. He was not a screamer, but I was so angry with him for so long after about how he was doing with my kids I would just start screaming like a banshee. I mean, it was just bad. And I wasn't even screaming we were married. So I remember I got in this huge fight with him one day, and my ex-boyfriend was like, you gotta let that go. He was like, you need to just not talk to him because he really brings out this really horrible person in you. And I was like, wow, I don't fight with anybody like this. I don't scream at anybody like this. And I had to really say to myself, like, what is this about? But I was still so, I believe, angry on just what had happened.
Yeah.
And I never, like you said, I never had opportunity to really scream and holler. So anything would just trigger me.
Yeah.
So fine, I stopped talking to him. I went cold turkey. I don't talk to him at all. This has been like 3 years.
Wow.
So I don't talk to him at all because and now probably if I did, it wouldn't be as bad because I'm in a better, I've healed through that.
Okay.
But I use it to say this, that it wasn't even him that was being toxic. It was me. Like he wasn't telling me anything cuckoo and crazy. He was like, I'm not doing this. And I'd be like, ah, but it wasn't anything disrespectful. He's like, I'm just not doing it. And I would just be so angry. So I say it, toxicity feels normalcy because it was me still trying to fight the fight that I should have fought when we were married. That was the problem.
You found your voice.
Yeah.
Outside of marriage.
Exactly. Now I want to cut up and scream. He was like, yeah, it's not going to work for me. We're not even married anymore. He was like, no.
And that hurts even worse.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't, and it wasn't like a constant, he wasn't battling. Like he'd just be like, okay, you finished? And now just be like, nah. So I knew I had to move on because I was never going to get what I wanted.
Back in the ring. So
Back in the ring. He's gone. I'm just in the screaming and hollering. So once I got out of it and I found peace with it and I started really researching it and working on myself, and I'm like, girl, you don't even need to have these conversations anymore. Ooh. And once I did that, then he came back full throttle to fight. Because I left.
And I get the emotion. Because people think emotion is you love me.
Yeah.
Or if I get a reaction out there, it's still there.
Yeah. No, I'm like, no, we're not fighting no more. That's not even. We're not even having a conversation.
Oh, I'm gonna just cut it all away.
Oh yeah, I was like, and we're done. Told my kids, I was like, yeah, I'm done. And they were like, oh okay. And my kids were old. I mean, at the time they were 20 and 13. Mm-hmm. Like y'all figure it out. Y'all I have a great relationship with my dad.
Right.
Figure it out. Y'all if you want it, go fight for it.
Yeah.
Or don't. And they were like, okay, mom. And then they deal what they deal with. But I think, again, it always goes back to the toxicity of the relationship, how it was ended, how there was no conversation. And then you have all those three things and some other stuff. And then you get to where you want to be with another person. And you have to learn how to communicate and not fight like that.
Okay.
Right. That's the biggest thing. And like not get, realize that this person is not that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they do anything wrong, you're like, you're out. And you're like, dude, I'm not, my name is Jack. I'm not Fred. Like, stop.
You said this part, but we cannot skim over this.
What?
Because this is the part that I'm at.
Okay.
So you come out of that, right?
Yes.
I've healed past that. It's a must. I'm gonna say for me, it's a must. No, it's even when I talk to friends, it's a must that you do the work.
Yeah.
With yourself first before you jump into it. Because what happens is if you don't do the work and you jump into something, you've attracted that same person. They just look different.
You're just on a merry-go-round. Like, you ever been to City Park and they had the carousel?
Yes.
There's a horse that's white that goes up and down. There's a seat on there. There's a brown horse. There's a gold, but it's the same merry-go-round.
Yeah.
This one might go up and down. This one might go in a circle. This one but you're literally dating the same person over and all you keep saying is that it's him. I'm like, no, baby, it's you. You keep finding the same person on this merry-go-round that you keep going on, because what you should be is on the freaking teeter world, going in circles trying to figure out your stuff. Go on there. Get spun around a couple of times.
Ask that person to stop that ride.
Yeah, and go over there.
Jump off.
Jump off.
Slow enough.
And
start over.
Please start over.
And I'm so happy you said I had a previous friend, an ex-friend, and it's important that we trace it. And I'm big about tracing back. But she used to always get involved with guys and be like, he's a liar, he's a liar, he's a liar. She used to always say the same thing. And then she used to come and tell me, and I didn't know how to tell her, it's you, baby.
It's you.
But then I realized, and she was like, it was something about them being a liar. And if they said that they was going to do something and it didn't match her calendar, and then she was single and she didn't have any kids.
Oh, okay.
So who she was dating was people who had kids.
Oh, it's not going to work. If you feel they're putting you second. They're not. They have kids.
They have kids. And so whenever, like, if it was Friday at 10:05, if you wasn't there at 10:04, you are a liar.
Out of here.
You're out of here. So she used to call me in these frantics.
Oh yeah.
And you taking up for these men. She used to always tell me that. So at one point I said, you're saying the same thing. But what happened was when we traced it, her dad.
There it is.
Her dad would say he was coming and he didn't come. Yeah. So every
man she saw was her dad reinvented. 6'2", light skin, yes. Dad. 5'1", dark skin, dad. It didn't matter. It's Spanish, dad. Like you keep seeing the same person over and over and over again. It's like, that's not fair to them.
It's not fair for them.
They told you that they're going to come and they also have kids and something might happen. And I'm not saying we're not going to use the kids' car because people misuse that too. But if you date people with children, that's a card they can play. Yeah. My kid has something going on. They can be lying, that's true. But they're not lying all the time either.
They're not lying all the time.
And they'll stop dealing with them.
Yeah. And what happened was she was the little girl who was looking out the window, waiting on them to come, and they didn't. And what happened was she was scared. Even I would watch her. Yeah. She would intimidate them, or like if they dated, she was like, "You better come." So then, if I'm not as invested into you, what happens is the man retreat back. Oh, girl, you too much. Because the man did say, "You are a lot. Yeah. You're beautiful on the outside." Yeah. He said, "But you're a lot to deal with." And she was a lot in a reason why. Yeah, just across the board.
Well, so you are across the board. If you are a person that's clinging to people, you cling to friends, you cling to persons too. Yeah. Like, that's why I say a recovering people pleaser. Yes. I know exactly what happened to my friendships previously because I was just like, here I am. Yes. And they were like, get away. But now I'm like, here I am. No, okay, I'm not going to come at all. Yeah. So there's a disconnect. But I use the example of when I was dating my ex. We met in April, and I'll never forget. We got into not even an argument. Oh man, let's go a conflict. Mm-hmm. And I remember him saying to me, this is really hard for me. I've never really been in, like you say, I never really had like a real loving relationship. Yeah. I'm really struggling. He literally said that I'm really struggling this. I'm trying to figure this out. I know sometimes I go a little dark, but I'm trying. You know what I heard?
What you heard?
Oh, okay, well, he's trying.
The back end.
Yeah. And it was her, and I should have ran to the hills, and that boy said he was struggling because again, now at 51, I don't want someone to struggle when it comes to me. And that's what he said. He was honest. And then we proceeded to go on September, October, November, another 8 months of absolute ridiculous toxicity of the lack there are text messages, the ghosting for weeks, the whole thing. And I never thought about it until I got to March of the year I broke up with him, that I was like, he did say that.
He was struggling.
He was struggling. He told her, he said this. He said that. I didn't hear that because I think sometimes as women, like you say, we go into being fixers. Well, you never dated me. Well, you didn't know me. I could do it. And the boy was like, girl, no matter if you are Beyonce, girl, I'm struggling.
I haven't did my own work.
I haven't done my own stuff. So I need to get out of this, but you're cute and everything. And if you want to stay, you're on your own. So, and I stayed. And so, like you say with your friend, it's like, they're going to be here at 10:02. And I was like, well, this will be great and we'll be cool. Girl, no, we weren't cool. It got so much worse than that after that. And I finally, unlike previous situations, friendships and marriages, I got to the point where I was like, we had this huge fight in January. My girlfriend, we made up. And my girlfriend, I hope she watches this, says to me, well, what did he say to you to make you feel like it was okay? And I was like, oh, girl, we talked for hours. It was just great. And we had dinner. And she's like, yeah, but what did he say? Like, what was his statement to make you feel like this was going to be better than it was last time? And I remember just going, but see, when I got to March, that resonated with me. I was like, not this time, because I ain't going back to my partners and saying I don't have nothing. I have nothing to tell you what he said or what he did better, because he hadn't done anything. And then I was ready to go. But I'll never forget that, because we just kind of just want to be sometimes just saying, oh, I have a boyfriend, I have a partner, I have a husband. And it's like, yeah, but what do you have? I didn't have anything. I just had a dude, and he was cool and everything, but he was also horrible. And we were horrible together. So it's just the ownership, again, the ownership of your horrificness. Like, that's my thing. Own your own stuff. Like, own the fact that when you see a dude coming through the door, you have flashbacks of your daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Go work on that.
Sit down.
Go sit down.
We do not acknowledge you have to sit down because you don't want to sit down. No. Because like you said, it gets loud when you sit down. It gets loud in the closet. Yeah, it gets loud in the closet.
And you have different situations. Like I'm the parent I am that goes to the school, because my dad was a parent that came to the school and picked up kids and brought lunch. That's why, and if he hadn't done that, if he hadn't shown, I'd probably be saying, whenever time somebody comes to the door, I'm freaking out. Yeah. But I don't have that memory of parenting in that, because he wasn't that kind of parent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So everything affects you somehow, and you're torturing this man. Then you get called a lot. You're asking for too much. Yeah. Your toxic and that's toxic. that you're like, if you're not here at 10:04, we're breaking up. And he was like, dude, I text you and said the child had an accident at school, I had to go home, whatever this, and people ain't gonna keep doing that over and over again.
Yeah.
Keep explaining what they grown.
And then what happened was she used to get ghosted a lot. Because by the time I even sit down across the table from you already screaming at me.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And then it used to be tears. And I'm like, I'm getting all of this. I can just imagine what kind of messages they're getting and calls.
He's slowly doing this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I even invested into it.
No, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. And then the ones that did tell you something cared enough to say, look, hey, I'm not your person, but if you're going to go on with this,
you need to work on this.
You need to work on this.
ASAP.
She didn't want to do the work. But it's important that we do the work because even when it's loud, you may be in that closet, but after a while, you're like, I didn't know I had this in this closet. Let me get rid of this. No. Let me move this over here. Yeah. Let me organize. And before you know it, you like your closet.
Yeah.
So now when people come in your closet, you're very selective who come in your closet because you put work into it.
Yeah.
So I love that I've done the work and I love that I continue to do the work. But now I can attract love. And I think what happens too is we always look for love outward. So that's why we get into it. Or he had to have a 6-figure income. You don't even have 6 figures.
But you ain't got a house.
But you want it.
But you want him to have a house.
Yeah, and you want him to have this, and you want him to have this, and he has to have good credit. I really believe now that you have to become what you're attracting. Or what you want. And then you naturally attract that. If I'm looking, if I want a healthy mate, then I need to become healthy.
Yeah.
Because we on the same boat.
Yeah.
That's how you meet at the gym and at these different places or churches, because now we got something in common. Mm-hmm. So you're working on yourself, I'm working on myself, and now we're attracted. And you get 2 givers, nobody's taking.
Girl, nobody's taking.
Nobody's taking.
The best time.
Best time.
Giver and givers are great.
Givers and givers.
Yeah, it's just you don't get anything better than that because you're just trying to outgive each other.
Outgive each other.
And not even materialistically wise, just to give. To beat the text message in the morning.
Right? That's what
I sent the prayer first. Literally. Yes. Legit.
And I never looked at it like that.
It's true.
I want to serve my husband. I want to serve. I want to give to him. And this is the thing. If I just want you to have 6 figures.
Yeah, no.
And it's outward and you get with me and we unequally yoked. Even though I'm attracted to your 6 figures, because we're not equally yoked, I'm going to deplete that. So what I liked about you, it's no longer have.
Right.
But if I'm a person that's equally yoked and you have 6 figures, I may come with 6 figures, but if I don't have 6 figures, I know how to steward yours.
Right.
So that you keep it and you have more. Now you got 7 to 8. Yeah. Which kind of makes me go back into the girlfriend of Gucci Mane, Keisha.
Oh, yeah.
Remember he gave her $2 million?
Yeah.
And she came back with 6.
Heck yeah.
That's a story.
And remember, he got sick after that. He had mental health issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she still stayed there.
She still stayed there. She was like, yeah, because she met this person, and as they elevated organically, fell in love. And then when it went left, which is what it did, he got sick. And as she says, when you hear the podcast or whatever, she said, I just started watching him do really different things, like how he was managing money and how friends were doing these things. And I was like, what is that? But if she was money hungry, she wouldn't have cared if he was giving $2 million to his partners.
Because I'm taking $1 million.
Yeah. And Kim Kardashian said that about Kanye. She was like, I started realizing I'd come home with 4 Lamborghinis, and then I'd get home the next week or be traveling, and a friend would say, girl, Kanye just bought a Lamborghini. I was like, what happened? So she started realizing something was off, because you meet people initially and they are who they are. And of course people do change, but drastic changes like Keisha Kayora and Gucci Mane, they were like, no, something is actually wrong. And she could have walked away, and of course Kim Kardashian did, but that's another conversation. But I feel like you have to know your people and you have to meet them, as you said, what is it? Love them in spite of.
You have to love in spite of, because
she's a good example, Keisha Kayora, though.
She is a great example. On my way,
she could have kited, child,
long time ago,
girl,
when he went to jail.
Yes.
But if you have that person that's equally yoked, they care about your soul. I had said earlier today too, there's so many people that want to touch your body, and not so much physical body, but they want to touch what you have, access what you have, your influence and all that kind of stuff. But that one person that's for you wants to touch your soul. Yeah. So they're covering your soul. They seeing about you. They have to be in love with you to say something is not right.
Right.
And now, not only that, identify that something is right. What can we do about it?
Well, that's why healthy relationships, when you go from toxic to healthy, it's that. And then you have to be open to the person saying to you, something ain't right. And you're not going, you don't know nothing about me.
You don't care about me.
You don't care about me. Why are you asking that? Why are you questioning me? Why? And they're like, because I know you, and I know this isn't the energy you had 2 weeks ago when we talked about this. So why are you acting like this now? This isn't even who you are. So with partners, you're like, okay, well, how does he know that? Well, he does know that because you've had the conversations and you've done the quote unquote work and you've talked about your ick. So it shouldn't be so far-fetched. He's like, well, Ebony, why are you not working at 9 o'clock? You worked at 9 o'clock every day I've met you. You've never stopped working before 9 o'clock. Why is it 6 o'clock now? Or why is it now midnight? It changes. So your partner has to acknowledge it. And you have to be, once you've done the work, I really feel like when you meet someone that's going to be healthy, that your relationship is going to be healthy, the questions don't hurt so much. Because you don't want to be questioned. You got divorced because you can't ask me nothing. You'd have met me in 2019 because you can't ask me nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing.
Yeah.
I'm here like I don't need nothing. Yeah. I got it. But now in 2026, I'm like, well, no, ask me about it because maybe your opinion is better than mine because sometimes I'm just gone and I don't have time to sit still and think about stuff. So, but yeah, it's just different. It's different people, and good partners bring better out of you. That's why I'm saying to you again, class, go get your building. Because when you get your partner will elevate your building.
Oh,
yeah.
Girl, don't make me shout in here. Yeah. So it wouldn't be a burden.
No, God, no.
Girl.
No, not at all. Because they've watched and they also appreciate your work.
Yeah. The person that I'm with, the person I have, they're going to have to appreciate my work ethic. And it may help them too because it's in me. Yeah. It's in me. Yeah. I can't turn it off. It's not just work ethic business-wise. No. It's just
across the board. And that's why I want you really to hear that. Like, you can't turn it off. You shouldn't turn it off. If anything, girl, I tell people, my partner, poor darling, he gets me at every bit of 51. Yeah. Like, there's no gray area. And that's a hard place where you're really fixed on who you are especially as a woman. But I appreciated it because he gets it. But I also say to myself sometimes, I'm like, I don't know how he gets it because that's a lot. But that's a lot to even understand sometimes. Yeah. But I appreciate it because we've done the work. And it's like, this is who I am. And again, I run a business. Yeah. And it's important to me. It's my like I tell people, it's not work if you love it. I love my business. I love Right. That's what I'm saying to you. So girl, go get the building. Go in this person when he comes, it'll be a healthy situation. Where he may need a space in the building because he runs a business.
Come on.
We don't even know. I know, but notice I said he runs his own business. Did you hear me say that?
Trying to get the man.
Not you build his business. He has a business and y'all have lunch and talk about businesses together. So we need you to let that go. No, we're going to let you let that go.
Maybe he'll have his own business. Yes. His own business, but we can work closely together.
Yes, work closely together, across from each other, working together. There you go. Not you trying to recreate his business. No. You're going to work on that.
Yeah. No. I'm already at the store.
Yeah, you're already there. I think you need a new leather couch. He's like, I like my couch. Chill out.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. But you do. You do. I think about, like, that's the thing. So when you meet people and they elevate you, and they necessarily elevate you because they got 6 figures. They elevate you because they're saying to you, well, you said the client in Atlanta was going to call you back. Did they ever call you back? And you're like, damn, I don't know. Did they call me back? So it's that whole, it's just little pieces that become connected on accident. Yeah. It's not forced. It's just like, my partner has my cards in his wallet. I don't even have them majority of times. Yeah. So it's just that. I don't carry a purse. Yeah. So, so it's just that little thing where I'm like, oh, and he's like, I got one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even thinking about it in a big scale. It's just like, oh, cool, he has them with him. So I can get somebody a car if I see a cute dog. Yeah. So it's just those small little things that you don't even realize that you're like, oh, well, then that's kind of cool you have that. Okay, great. Let me get people my card. Yeah. So for you, again, I'm going to scream this.
Go get the building.
Because girl, the contractor might be the person that you end up with.
Oh, the contractor.
Yeah, girl.
Oh,
because you like a man that deals with his. That's why I said it.
The man who what?
The man, the contractor. You like a man deals with his hands. You will see somebody. You do. Right. I do. Because yours may. I mean, we don't know. Lord, I don't know. But I'm saying, like, I think that you like somebody deals with their hands. Well, hands could be creativity in any kind of facet, but I'm saying a contractor because they're building something.
And I think I like that because my dad is like that.
Yes.
But what I really like is what I'm going back to is the intellect.
Yes. Right.
I like the intellect. Yeah. Teach me something.
Right. It might be right. Yeah. Right. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Yeah. But we're gonna get this building.
We're gonna get the building. We're gonna get the building, and they're gonna understand it. They're gonna respect it. They're gonna actually like that work ethic.
Girl, they're gonna eat it up.
They're gonna eat it up. I had I guess I can go ahead and say it. I had a procedure. Mm-hmm. And the doctor was like, yeah, so you're gonna be out for 6 to 8 weeks. And I was like, yeah, nah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So my mom is fussing, you can't do this. And I'm like,
who can?
Yeah. So I had my post-op meeting appointment today, and so I'm like a week and a half out. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, "What you doing? Working, girl.
I'm at work.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
If I have to stay in that bed any longer, I would not be
lose my mind.
Yeah. So I'm going to do half and half. If you say I can't work out and go to the gym and do it, I'll take that.
Okay.
But I'm going to see these clients,
right? Because they're going to work.
I'm going to work.
And that's why I'm saying, like, in the person that meets you, they're going to know that's, if nothing else, when he's trying to plan something, you're going to say, well, no, girl, y'all, just trying to plan this podcast. Is like, you're like, well, no, 4:00, and I'm like, okay, girl, you let me know my schedule's not that bad. So I think that when you build it, it will come. Meaning for you, I think the last piece for you is that.
Yeah, it is.
You have to do that part for yourself, and then you can jump to the other side of a person. But I think you need to create that. I think you need to build that. And I think the person will come in the midst of it being built, but stop held like me, girl. So I forgave myself. Girl, the business came and here we are. So I think for you, it's not even about forgiveness. It's about just letting it go and just saying, bam, I'm going to go do it.
I think there is a little bit of forgiveness.
Yeah, you got to forgive yourself.
I have to forgive myself.
Forgive yourself because you work hard.
Yeah, and it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
And then you have to forgive yourself because I think it's going to be a thing for you when you meet a partner that you telling these kids, I ain't going with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be the next part.
Yeah.
I know you got a game, but girl, no.
Because I try to be at everything.
I know you do.
Oh Lord.
And because you are at everything, you are able to not be at everything. Because you've been at everything. That's what my girls taught me. My youngest said to me last year, I wasn't gonna come. I said, girlie, I just can't come. She said, Mama, you come to everything. It's all good. If I wanted you to come, I would told you.
Ooh.
And that released me from me just being like, I gotta go. It was even one thing where she said to me the other day, she was like, girl, Mama, you didn't even come to that. I said, I didn't come to that. She was like, no. I was like, I thought I did. She was like, no, and it was all right. I was like, okay. So I think we go into this whole thing because we are those parents. We're givers.
Yeah, givers.
We want them to be seen, be loved, be helped, be joyous, be excited. However, it's also Ebony.
Yeah.
It's also Naya.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see my dude. And I'm telling you, that's where I'm going while I'm not showing up. And they'll go, okay, Mama, let me know. So you grow that.
Yeah.
And it sounds selfish, but it's really not.
Yes.
It's like y'all no, I'm not doing that. But you release yourself from that guilt, because that's also toxic, where you feel like you have to be there for everyone all the time.
Yeah.
And in the end of that, you're burnt out, and you're also not going to get a building.
Ooh. I'm gonna get that building.
Please get the building.
When I get the building, I'm coming right back on this podcast.
There you go. We're claiming it.
Yeah.
We're getting the building.
Oh, and you know what? It may be that same place that I keep riding around.
Stop. Really?
I rode around it today and was looking at the sign.
You said it's still available.
If the sign is still available. I've been seeing the sign for 2 years. This conversation is neat.
Jeez. Yeah, girl.
2 years.
Go get
it. Say offices. Offices. And I kept saying, and I always say, God, where you gonna put me at? And God probably said,
well, I told you. He sent the kayak, he sent the submarine, he sent the United States, whatever, yacht. And you got that. He was like, I sent 3 different things, girl. You didn't see this bill for 2 years.
2 years.
And so today this conversation is saying, this is the 19th version of this. Go make the call.
When we come here next week,
I'm
going to see it. Y'all hear it? I'm going to see it.
And if it's not meant for you to be, then that's fine. But then go see the next one.
Yeah.
But stop.
Open that door open.
Right, but stop, because you've said it multiple times in our podcast, and I feel like it's not even a mommy guilt, it's a work guilt.
Yeah.
Which is a different monster of even kid guilt. And it's like, no, I like to work.
I like to work.
I like what I do. Like, I like waking up with 6 dogs in my bed. It ain't for everybody, but I think it's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So, and I tell people all the time, like, I can't be out after a certain time. I have to go walk these dogs.
Yeah.
So I own it. Like, own the fact that you like to hustle and this is what you do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And then and you know what else too? It's a blessing because I'm not at somebody's 9 to 5.
Nope.
That I'm trapped. I could go work out when I want to. I could build. I literally work 7 days and I don't feel it.
I know. And that's why toxic relationships, if we go back full circle, hold you hostage, which is what you said. If y'all go back and watch episodes, is that I retracted from my business because I felt like it was the monster that was going to destroy my relationship. No, girl, the dude was a monster that was destroyed. It wasn't the job.
Yeah.
So it wasn't building this business. So you have to again release that and be like, no, I've always been this person. I've always wanted to have my own stuff. I've always wanted to hustle. I've always wanted to make more money to benefit me, not financially, spiritually, emotionally. So if I keep selling myself short on what it looked like married to this person, you're never gonna get where you gotta go.
Yeah, that's so true. So and even as a little girl, even I say about the lawn, but even when my sisters and I will play, we always played in our own business. So what are you doing? We always had our own business.
Girl, I love y'all. Jesus, girl, go get the building.
Go get and everybody and all my sisters like they're not trying
y'all been hustling. Girl,
been hustling.
And you can't deal with people. And not saying that the ex did that, but he did to a certain extent because once he stepped out, you were like, oh, it's because I'm doing this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sideswipe that and put it in the back burner. And now I'm like, no, girl, bring that heifer back up front. Like, bring her.
Yeah.
Go get the 6-year-old who had her business in the yard with the sisters going, I'm gonna have a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Go get her.
Yeah.
Say, come on, we ready. Let's go.
And then you water your dream down and you water the version
of you down.
So I'm gonna go settle for less because now I'm making less.
Yeah.
And my purpose is less.
Oh,
I can close my eyes because I really do this in my sleep. But my business brings out the best. It makes me learn more, pick up a book. It pushes me.
Yeah.
And I get to help people. I get to thrive in what I love. So
and again I use it because it happened to myself and my daughter. My oldest this morning, we were talking about something. She had a dog that was coming, whatever. And we had a whole business meeting about what we're gonna do with our garage. And I say it to say you just don't know what's gonna come. Like you just don't know what energy is gonna bring, whether it's your daughters, your son, your partner, your husband. You just don't know until you push the button and it's like, okay, let's just do this. And you pushing the button is really just saying, I just need a space that I can call my own and I can separate from, because I think workspace and home space should be separate.
Yeah.
You know, just because you never get a chance to turn your clock off.
Yeah.
So once you do that, your creativity will be so focused in that building that you'll be able to, you also think about stuff in your home, but I feel like your mind changes when you go into a space that's designated for work.
Yes.
Outside of your home. So girl, go get that.
And then vice versa. When I'm at home, now I'm thinking about my mate, my husband. My husband.
Priority. I know, girl. I know. We know it's not, y'all. It ain't a boyfriend. It ain't a partner. It is a husband.
It's a straight husband.
It's a straight husband. That's a whole nother episode. I gotta research that to bring that to the podcast. I'm still working on that. Be like, I'm still working on that one. I am on my own. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna present that to you. I'm like, so I just don't know how. But once you get out of toxicity and once you get out of those kind of situations, you get into a healthier situation. And I'm gonna stand on this. I really feel like you're not gonna be good until you get that part done.
I'm gonna get it done.
I really feel like that. I feel like that's
my husband
one little
come.
thing. And he's not coming. I don't think he's gonna come till you get this building.
I'm gonna get that building this weekend.
I think you need to go get it. I really do. And I might sound crazy, but I really feel like if that's the thing, because I think you work really hard and you're still kind of like, I don't want to tip the boat. And I tell you, tip the boat, put a hole in the boat, torture the boat, set it on fire, and then just swim to the shore.
And just go. Just go.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it is. And I know my kids appreciate it.
Yes.
They're like, they actually came, sit down and said, I think it's time for the building.
Oh, girl, get the building. They're like, we're tired of you.
We're tired of hearing you say, be quiet.
Yeah, we're tired.
We're tired of hearing what's going on.
We're tired.
Yeah, so
like, get out. And so again, that just resonates. Like I said, they're gonna be fine, and they'll know that you're fine with whatever this looks like. So you've done the work with them.
Yeah,
you've put them in a good position. You have a healthy relationship, because in episode 2 you say our relationship wasn't good. They're like, we don't know who the heck you even are.
Yeah.
But now we're like, no, we're so good. You can go to your own building.
Yes.
You ain't even got to be here. We're straight. Like, go work somewhere else.
And it's so good. And they want to see me date too. Yeah, they want to see it. So I'm it's me having to let that go.
Let it go.
And they're not the same.
No,
they're not the same.
No, they're not. They're 5 years in from something and 8 months, whatever, out of something. But they also watched it.
They watched it.
And they've watched you, grow, and they watch you go from unhealthy to healthy, and just healthy for you. Like my situation is healthy for me in a relationship, but yours is healthy as a mom and as who you are. That's so important. And now we're going to jump the fence, because we're going to leave them in this house, and we're going to go get this building and find
the husband. The husband's going to come find me.
He's going to come find you, girl.
He going to have to come find me.
Yeah, he's going to come find you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Yes, he's coming to find you.
He's coming to find me.
Right. Correct.
Yes. That is so good.
Healthy.
So healthy.
So
you had mentioned, you had kind of gave an example before we went on camera.
About yeah.
You have to say this.
About what my partner said?
Yes.
Oh.
Please.
So he said that healthy relationships are about sleep. And I was, because I was like, what does that even mean? He was like, when you're in an unhealthy relationship, toxic, you don't sleep. Your mind is running, you're moving all over. But when you're in a healthy relationship, you sleep calm. You know, when you get down in the bed with or without your person, you're just going to bed. You're not worried. Your anxiety isn't high. As I always say, this person has to calm my nervous system, with or without us being in the same space. So when I think of you, I get calm. So yeah, when I hear your voice, I'm calm.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, no, that's it. But that's important. But that's it. So once you have someone that calms you, that understands that this is what you bring to the table and you're not questioning yourself, it changes your whole dynamic on how you just move around. Because you're no longer saying, well, I can't go get the building, because it might affect him and what his priorities are and how he might look at me. That's what I'm saying, get the building, because he'll be like, oh my God, you got the building, girl. That's awesome. Like, do you have this in there? They're trying to upgrade the building. Oh, that's what healthy would look like. Instead of holding you hostage to say, well, why are you at work and why are you this? And that's why I think, like, you know, you have to you'll meet someone who, wherever you are and what you're doing, they are like, big bet, let's do it better. Like, that's it. They don't want you to be stagnant. They don't want you to be just sitting there not. They want you to keep, if I met you create, you better keep on creating. You better create higher and better. That's what I feel like. A healthy relationship pushes you forward to places you didn't even know, and spaces you didn't even know you were supposed to be. Your business might change. You don't even know. You know? So yeah, because you've never had the opportunity to build something with a person who really was for you.
You got me speechless.
Yeah, but it's true. My business is better, you know.
My mind is gonna, because I've always been the pusher in not just my relationship, but even my circle, my friends. I'm the pusher. What you working on? So to have somebody push me.
Yeah. And so my friends push me. Like, my friends are like, did you do this? Did you not do this? Are you going to do that? I'm like, well, man, what did I say I was going to do that? So, you know, like, I want to do something with my business I've been trying to do for like a year and a half. My friend was like, we're tired of that. Like, you need to do it before the end of this year. I was like, okay. So your circle has to be better. Like I said, my girlfriend with the makeup, I say about you and I. Like, when you're telling me you got 95 counts, I'm like, go check my calendar and see if the dog is coming on Tuesday. How many dogs do I have for Easter? No, but I'm being serious. Like, that's the thing. Like, your circle has to invigorate you. And it's not a competition. That's not the right word.
You get
inspired. Like, you're like, oh my God, like this. Like, I just said, my friend who's doing the this festival, and we've been talking about her doing this and like what that looks like. I'm like, oh my God, she's producing a festival. Like, that's some real thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like a partner just should upgrade you.
I agree. And you're getting me together as far as like this relationship, because my mind cannot, I have to go through it.
Yeah, you got to go through it.
I have to go through accepting somebody loving me in spite of. Not because of, or so when you said, I get so excited in my insides, because
that's good.
I only can imagine, because I haven't felt
You don't even know. You're just like, wait, that's even possible.
Is this a thing?
Is this a thing? Right. And that's the part when you go from unhealthy to healthy, you really have to accept the fact that that's a thing. Like, this person really is concerned about me, like genuinely wondering if I am okay. Like, not financially, me as who I am, as my mental health, my emotion, am I okay? That's something that you have never had.
I've never had that.
So you don't. So when you get it, you're just like, wait, so you really care if I did? The joke is, did you eat today? But it's actually a valid question. Like, did you eat? And you're like, oh wait, did I eat today? Like, I haven't eaten yet. So it's small thing. I tell people, I never in a million years thought the most simplistic things would make me so happy. Like, just the simplicity, just the simplest things of, did you eat? I was like, oh wait, I didn't eat today. I mean, I probably need to go eat. Or did you remember to go pay such and such, you were saying, or I'm going to go do it? Or did you put gas in your car? I know when you were driving home, the thing was going off, but you didn't even hear. And it's beeping. And you're like, oh, Lord, I got to go put gas in the car. And people say, he should put gas in the car. Girl, you're in your car. You put gas in your car for the last 51 years. Put this gas in your car. Like, so that's why I say, like, it's different levels of what it's going to look like. And you don't know until you get it. And the goal, y'all, I say this with all my heart, is not to fight it. Because we're so accustomed to chaos and somebody being so mad, disrespectful, or fighting or arguing. When you have it, it's like, you really need to open your mind to say, this is okay. This is okay. This is okay.
It's scary, but I want it.
It's so scary. No, it really, but
I want it. Right. I want it. I gotta go through it. But it's so scary. But it's, like I said, I know we, Les Walls, 95, 50, 68.
68.
But when he in there,
He's in. Oh, girl, in there like butter.
You just asked me about it in my home and I'm crying. Like, what are you asking me about home? Like, this is crazy. Like, this is a whole thing.
But it is. But and if you're not used to that, and that's why the slot machine thing in the beginning with toxicity is you're looking for this thing, you're looking for this instant gratification. But when you're in healthy, it's already there. So you don't have to keep looking for it. Like, you know you're good. Like, you know if he doesn't answer the phone, he's asleep. You know, whereas when you're like, oh my God, he blocked me. We're not, and you're like, no, he's totally asleep. Like, that's what it is. And so you're okay with saying that to yourself. But previously you would be like,
looking on social media trying to figure out if you're okay. Episode 1.
Are you in the background at this party? Like, it's just, yeah. So but it takes work. And it also takes the person being open to you being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in the beginning. Because especially because people don't know, men can come in healed beyond any kind of conception you even have. And you're just like, who the heck is this? So let me just say that. Whereas they've done a lot of work. We don't give them credit. They do work. They go through stuff. They've been damaged. And they're like, look, I ain't doing this no more. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about XYZ. You're like, oh, Lord, why? I'm about to go. But, so once you go from toxic, whereas you're not used to somebody telling you, again, which we didn't get, was somebody saying to you, hey, look, as friends, hey, I'm not happy in this marriage anymore. I'm really like not in a good place. I don't want to disrespect you. I don't want to break your heart, but we really need to figure out what this looks like, or I'm going to not even cheat. I'm going to leave. Yeah. Because this is before the cheating starts. Yeah. So we don't, and that's why when people say we're friends, and I always scream it, we're not friends. If we were friends, we wouldn't be here. Yeah. So when you look at them as friends, I tell them we ain't not friends. We're not gonna be friends, and don't wish me well. None of those things.
Oh, don't wish and don't pray.
So that's the thing. So we were friends, we would have had that conversation. In a healthy relationship, your person can tell you, yesterday when you were on the phone, you got a little spicy, and that wasn't cool. And you're like, what did I say? Well, you said that, blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh wait, I did say that. That might be kind of messed up. I'm gonna rethink that. Yeah, don't do that again. Like, we should, like, that's not how I want to communicate. That's not how we talk. Blah, blah, blah. Boom, done. And then you do go, whoa, what did I say? Why is he taking it like that? But then you also hear your partner say, that doesn't work for me. Because I always go back to, no one said that to me, that didn't work for me. So if you tell me now, and I tell you that you get 25, if you tell me now I hurt you, I'm all open to what doesn't work for you. I'm all open to me being messed up. I think I'm toxic to a fault myself sometimes. And I just need to know what I did wrong.
Yeah, that's growth.
That's growth. Just tell me I did wrong. I may have talked out of turn. It ain't not impossible. Yes. So that's the growth from being where you never had a conversation and you didn't have a voice to now where you're like, okay, we've having a conversation. This person is not coming from a place of disdain. They're just telling you how they feel. That's it.
That's so good. So love learns about ourselves, but also learn you because I love you. Yeah. So I know I can hear the gas meter going. So I'm learning you and so also I'm learning myself because I do want to grow. Yeah. And so it's intentional. It goes back to patience is kind. Yeah. And it's two ways. I love myself. It goes back to how the Bible says, I love my neighbor as myself. So I have to fully love myself to give you anything. Yeah. But if two people love themselves, they're constantly working on to better themselves. It never stops.
Never stops. It just gets better.
It just gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better.
It just gets better.
Oh, I'm ready for healthy love.
Healthy, girl, yes.
I can admit it. I am ready for healthy love.
Yeah, and when you say it out loud, like, I want to be in a healthy relationship. Yeah. Your mindset goes to different on how you're gonna talk to someone. Yeah. Like I tell you, I'm not a screamer. Yeah. At all. And I always use the example, like when you meet people, you meet them at a calm tone, and when you start hollering, you're trying to get their heart back. So I can't fight with you if I'm screaming and hollering. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna explain to you. And I literally learned to say when people are having conflict, I listen to and I say, I completely honor what you say. I hear what you said. Because it makes somebody really feel like, okay, you did hear me. Because we're so busy going, and trying to cut them off. And it's like, did you even hear what they even said? Yeah. Because you're so like the guy coming in the door, you couldn't even hear he had a flat tire after he talked to you. Yes. You didn't even hear it. Right. So it's just learning to be in a healthy mindset. Yeah. Across the board, like when talking to people. Yeah. Like but it definitely, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Yeah. And now it even explains, like, when you're in such a bad place, even a guy who's opening the door, oh yeah, he just opened the door so he can look at me. When you start being healthy,
Jesus Christ.
or he just saying something just because, it's like when you're healthy, you can have a whole conversation with a stranger and it doesn't go any further than
nothing.
that.
It means nothing.
It means nothing.
It's just we're just talking.
I could just smile and say, "Hey, how you doing?" and really genuinely mean it.
Right.
And it goes no further than that. Or if it do, it's still healthy. Like it's boundaries.
Right. Yes. Which are important.
Yeah. And then you could just be happy when you're loving yourself and respecting yourself, and you have such peace. It follows you. It's on you. So you have peace at your job. You have peace in your business. You have peace in your relationship. You have peace with your kids.
Yep.
You have peace everywhere in this love. So it doesn't just go into one situation. That's why people pleasing went from the marriage to friendships to
across the board. That's why I'm a recovering people pleasing.
So it's good that we have good company all around us.
Yeah, it's good that you're right and that everyone genuinely is who they are. Like you're not faking it. You're not like we talked about that off camera, but just being a false version of yourself. Like your friends are who they are. Like I don't want to go out with you. You're acting like we didn't just talk about that. This was a bad move. Like now you're doing it.
Yeah.
So you are who you are, like across the board, 100. So when we get to do whatever this is, I know how you're going to react. I know what your tone is going to be, and that's friendships, partnerships, business relationships, family. Like that's just how we need to be across the board. So healthy jumps into because I know for me, my relationships before I got divorced were not healthy. So I've worked on better relationships now. Not that they're perfect, but I feel better about how I deal with my friends now. I feel better how they deal with me now. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? So that switched over to a healthy partnership because I wanted it to be like that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm a better friend, sister, mother, daughter, because I used to be so busy. I'm like, I'm gonna call my daddy back. But now I'm intentional.
Yeah.
So I stop, I pause.
Yeah.
And I give them what they need, but also they give me what I need. And so we feed off of each other. And it's a healthy. So it's only, like you said, they're going to come because everything around me is healthy. So I'm going to attract it because I have become what I want.
Right. And you're pushing out what you want.
Yeah.
So that person, you're not going to find somebody that's, I mean, you may come across somebody that's not completely as healed or a little toxic. It's just life. But you're going to know, your discernment is going to say, this is not my person.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't it. You're not going to be like, oh, well, you know, he goes to church. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah. And love prepares.
Love prepares.
Love prepares.
Absolutely.
Because even if I'm not where I need to be at, and vice versa, it can go both ways, I'm going to prepare for you.
Yeah.
Because I want you.
Right. Every day.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. It's work.
It's work. It's coming.
Woo! This is good.
This was good.
I feel like I was on a therapy.
One of my friends said, she said, girl, we talking. I'm like, my life coach is great. I said, girl, stop.
I feel like I got a session.
You did, but honestly, well, thank you. But real stuff, because that had been on my heart when we talked the last episode. And I was like, no, girl, stop holding yourself hostage to that.
I'm going to look at that building.
Yeah.
So we have two things.
Oh, God,
so hold us accountable.
Oh,
I'm going to look for the building. And you said that your friend said that.
Oh, yeah, I did an event. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
So you said it to the end of the month.
No. End of the year.
End of the year.
Oh, no. End of the year.
So we're gonna check in to see where you are.
Yes. And mine is easy. I might even say I'll say mine off camera. Mine is just me just not pushing it forward. You're gonna be like, girl, I can't.
And see, look at me, the consultant. Like, what is it? Let's push it. Let's make a plan. That's the strategic. Like I'm already in there.
I know.
See how
Building.
Quarter plan.
Yeah.
By this time, See, my mind goes into that.
I know.
That's my natural.
I know. I love it.
Yeah. But I want to hear about it.
I know.
So this is good. This is good. And like you had mentioned, we have to go back into this part, and we're gonna end it. But it is so true that you show up as a fraud because I'm showing up in what you need and not genuinely who I am.
Yeah, and you keep chameleoning.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, you keep like changing colors, and you don't even know what color you're supposed to be anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like and that's the best way to say it. It's a fraud.
It's a fraud.
Right. It's not even who I am. And then they're like, well, why are you not doing that? I'm like, that wasn't even who I was.
Yeah. And then you change so much that you believe it.
Yeah.
And you believe that quitting this business, going back to your 9 to 5 is the answer.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But you do believe it because this didn't work and you've been beat down by this decision. And you're like, well, this can't possibly be where I stay. Because when I was here, my person, did what he did. And it's like, no, this had nothing to do with that.
Yes.
Like this was just something that he acted upon. That's why when I watched the last episode saying, at the end of the day, you still made a decision. Mm-hmm. Like it on your own. No conversation was had. Yeah. Like so I have to forgive myself for realizing I didn't even really play a part in that part. Not as a wife, but I didn't play a part in you deciding to open the door, go outside, get in the car, and go meet somebody. I didn't do that.
And I'm so happy that you said this. And I want to say this to a person, and I guess we as women, we could say it to another woman, but it could be anybody in a situation. And I had to, it took me, and I think I shared this, I forgot what episode it was, but it took me a while to understand that when somebody, if the word says, when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing and he obtains favor for the Lord. When he cheats on his wife, he cheats his own self. He cheats his favor. Yeah. So to be honest, it's you catch the brunt of it, but it's the lack of love that they have for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does not have this. This is how I see myself. I settle because I don't see myself whole, so I accept broken things, broken colors.
Yeah.
Or I so I had to understand that, just like when I came inside that house on the year number 8, is that I had to make an intentional decision, because I could have did the same thing he did.
Yep.
Or I could have went another direction.
Yep.
I had to do something intentional. It's the same way as he did. That was a decision.
Yes.
And when you cheat your favor and you lay in that bed, not just a physical bed.
Not just a physical bed.
But when you lay in that bed, you got to be able to pay that price.
Yeah.
By all means. 10 toes down.
Stay with it.
Stay with it.
Yeah. And it doesn't, and let's be clear, I said it on one episode, I said, and the reason why we are where we are now as co-parents is because of that decision. Because we never had a conversation. Mm-hmm. So how do we converse now? When I go back to just being angry.
Yeah.
And not even as angry as I was then, but me talking to you and trying to figure something out angers me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're not even on the same level of conversation or communication. So I don't even know what it is to even ask you anything. So I'd rather not.
Yeah.
So, but that comes from how divorces occur. When people say they went and they broke bread easily, I'm always like, yeah, that's kudos to you, because I don't understand that's even possible.
Yeah.
But some people can walk away, and then some people, it starts off cordial and it ends up bad because people then get angry.
Yeah.
You
have to give yourself some time to get that up.
Yes.
And we tend to want to brush it over, like, we're going to be good.
Yeah, we're going to be good. We have to be good because the kids. And it's like, no, I'm mad.
Let me sit in this.
Yeah, I'm upset that this is where I am now. I'm upset that I'm now divorced at 43 years old, or at the time I think I was 44. I'm angry.
Yeah.
So I have to now adjust my mindset. And now you need to come talk to you and say, we're not doing that.
Yeah. And then and I think sometimes, even if it gets to the point where it's cordial, it takes some time to come back to that. Because remember, two people could be on 2 different pages.
Yeah.
I grieved inside my marriage. He grieved after.
Right.
And so I'm thinking we on the same page. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, and he's like,
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, oh, wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Too early.
Right.
Too early.
Is it too soon?
I'll call you in a couple years.
Yeah, I'll call you in a couple years.
Yeah. So, you just have to be careful, but you have to do that work.
You do.
And then you cannot hold on your past.
No.
And then go for the future.
No, the partner
you're going to bring it.
The partner, and we're not letting him suffer because your ex was an idiot.
Yeah, and I'm not going to suffer because yours was.
Yeah, because your ex was an idiot too. Not. I'm standing up. No.
So I'll be here healthy.
Yeah.
And then it prepares, because we say love prepares for you.
Yes. And you have, right. Yeah. You just, intentionality is just real communication is key. That's all we always say when people ask.
This was so good.
I know.
Episode 5.
5.
We talked about it, but we have so much. We might have to do
part 2. We didn't even get to the second part.
I feel like this was a session. We didn't talk about the trauma bond versus, we did kind of talk about
but
that.
Now we're supposed to.
Broken patterns, healing before dating. We kind of talked about that. We kind of talked about boundaries, respect, and we got to do a part 2. Remix.
Yeah, we'll do a remix.
Yeah.
We'll add to it, because there is still a part of like the trauma bond of when you meet people, because we said that like you got married and you were you pushed the wedding up.
Yeah.
And like me, my mom had put me out my house and I was in an apartment, but I was still raised in the sense of like, we should get married. That's all we say. I know I was going to marry my cousin before he was going to marry me. So that was almost like a trauma thing of like, and I went, And again, like the schools you go to, everybody's going to get married and go to college. So it was all this crap that probably could have been calmed.
Yeah.
And maybe done better. But but it was a lot of trauma bond.
And then what also too is, when I did have the conversation with my ex, when he did step out, the person that he stepped out was trauma bond. And what happened was, that's time.
Oh, phone. We're done.
We're done. We're done.
So that part will come up.
Yeah, we can. Well, I have to say that part.
You do.
So you said the trauma bond is that this person also had trauma, but what brought them together was the trauma.
Yeah. So he was just trauma all over, girl.
Yeah, but then he realized her trauma was a little bit bigger.
Oh, it was deeper than him. This is too much for me. I'm going back over here. Too late.
Well, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.